Here we go. Let's see if this works. I don't know if that's going out properly. You guys hear anything? Now we're over to this one. That's all right. It happens.
Sounds of our withering souls.
Well, you guys don't see what's going out. I won't know till later if it actually went on air when I go check it. But I'm not in that much of a hurry. It's just a little sound bit.
Yeah.
I might have to run it through R20. Then you guys would see it as an animation in game. But I think that might tax it too much. So, but here you go. This is a new player today. Someone that became available because of actions of other players. And we had a player leave us. So they're gone. Well, actually, they went to the dark side because they have cookies. No.
Bitch.
Yeah. Okay. You are in your fighter. Computer. This is the new player. What's your name? Just say out loud for me. Not yours, but your character. Jace. Jace Ramora?
Jace Ramora.
Okay. Bond. James Bond. Oh. The Navicomputer chimes as your fighter drops out of hyperspace on the edge of a brown and red gas giant. Long bands of storm clouds turn below you, lit within by lightning. To the ship's sensors, the space ahead is ordinary. Empty. No moons, no stations, no debris. Just a patch of quiet orbit. Now, what led you to this situation was, and I did check it out, the first thing that a Mirluku mentor would do if their Padawan was missing is they would investigate. So you were sent to do that. Basically, because she's the one that sent her, she sent the same information she had for you to have. And she knows about where she lost it, which was somewhere outside the orbit of Rakata, the original home planet 4. Not much to it now. There are a few left on it, they say, but no one's seen one for a long time. They're basically even more near extinct than you guys are. Most died to a plague. So, I want you to use a force check. Or perception, because for you it may be the same, but we'll go ahead and check.
They are exactly the same.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because you're racing that. So, pick one, use it. We'll see what you get. Use force 17. Yep. It wouldn't have been this hard, this case, for so far. It'll get more difficult as it gets more precise. So, to your Mirluku's sight, that quiet is wrong. The force around the gas giant flows smoothly, except for one spot, a spherical void about the size of a moon, perfectly still. No dark, just missing. The echo of your lost sister in the force leads straight there, as if a path has been cut out of reality and then sealed. So, going on in, basically, this empty patch is the right place.
I have a weird question about it.
Oh, go ahead.
So, based off of my race, because we see with the Force,
Yes.
is this literally just like a blank space?
Well, it's like what you do feel would be a distant echo generations ago. There was something here. You could still feel like if you take a rock out of the river for a while, the river's still going to travel that route until it kind of fills that spot in. It's still resulting.
So it's not like the Force is completely missing from this area.
In this area around Rakata, yes. It was the main reason why the people with the Force couldn't get to it. But there's a feeling that was in the area that she brought in that entered into this void and didn't terminate, just entered. It didn't have that ending. So it's like, if you're looking at water going into a cave, you know there's more in there. You just don't know how to get into the cave. Your ship has all the standard things we'd say for sensory investigation. I don't know if you probably only have like basic weapons at all, but more for speed and investigation. So any ideas you have or anything you want to try?
Essentially based off of what you described, if there's just a tether leading into this darkness,
Yeah.
no puns intended, I'm going in blind. I'm
Okay.
just gonna follow the tether because I'd be able to see it,
Make a force check.
so to speak. Okay.
Because you're just using that as your perception, right? Because you're following it basically without even visualizing whatever it is. 31? Okay. Well, that is way above what we needed. So, you're starting to feel that the emptiness does have structure. You can feel thin, razor-precise lines of force, like a spherical lock, folding inside another dimension. It feels old, well-made, and absolutely certain it should never be opened. And also, this hole pushes back against your senses. There's definitely something there, like a door sealed so tightly with even the force doesn't leak through. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to try harder and try to understand the lock, or back off and mark the coordinates for later investigation? Or at least report them into, like, your connections to see if they know what to do, what you want to do.
I'm gonna try one last push to see
Okay.
what I can do.
Okay. Make another force check. Kind of probing it, sticking in it a little bit, seeing what gives and what doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yep, that's well above 20. Last person had to roll a couple times to get to it. But you've been told, okay. Although you had been told to observe, report, and wait for the mass, but the Miraluka don't stop at the surface. You draw a slow breath, shut off the cockpit's lights, and reach deeper, probing the seams, patterns, and signature of the void. Something recognizes you. Not as Miraluku, not as human, just as a will in the force, testing its boundaries. The hole in the space flexes, not quite opening, but unlocking, as if an ancient Rakata technology had been waiting for someone brave or foolish enough to tap the inner tumblers. And let's see. Nope, you've succeeded on them all. Let's see. Either way, force around you surges and nothing ahead of you, of your fighter, inverts. Then, like a drain opening in the middle of space, even when warning lights on your console go to red at once. Space does not explode, it implodes. Stars stretch into sharp lines as the gas vents smear like wet paint. Fighter lurches nose first towards the center of the void, and someone yanks at the string. The harness snaps tight across your chest. Pilot check, or dex if you don't have it. Okay.
Yeah.
You come out backwards. You wrestle the stick, keeping the nose as quickly as possible back to pointing the way it should be. The hole skimming the edge of whatever tunnel you're being pulled through, like flying inside a cannon barrel made of light. The fighter shudders and screams as invisible blades shear by. There's a teeth-rattling wrench. Your wings are gone. The cockpit jerks, spins, and stabilizes in a brutal nosedive fall. So, You have most of the cockpit, most of the fuselage, just enough to control the surface left to maybe survive whatever's left below. So, make a pilot check again.
Actually, can I make a use the force and you move object to try to slow my descent?
Yes, you can.
That will grant more success.
And then you crit fail and you slam down faster.
Right?
You push the wrong side. Whoops. You're
Yeah,
underground.
I'll push it forward.
Okay, go ahead with that. Basically trying to guide your crash. Oh, that's good. That's very
That
good.
is a nat 20.
Yeah.
Woo!
Let's see here. Through the burning haze, the force resolves the world beneath you. A knot of life in the middle of a brutal, sun-hammered landscape. Cities like sores. Krath taint like smell of fever you've been told of but you hadn't seen forever. And there, so close it hurts, you feel her aura. The missing Jedi isn't a rumor anymore. She's a fixed star in your Mirluka sight, blazing the planet's surface, tainted around its edges. Yes, strained, yes, but undeniably hers. We'll skip the failure part because you made it. Okay, another, well, it says pilot, but yeah, I guess you could go the same way. Basically, you're putting it down. It's basically crash landing. So,
Oh, yeah.
go ahead for the last bit of the guiding it. This will determine if anything, maybe if there's anything left to fix later.
22.
Okay, that's still good. Okay. The crash should have killed you. You remember fire, impact, metal screaming, the world turning sideways, and then to dirt. Hot, choking dirt. When you realize, stagger free of the wreckage, your fighter is in a broken claw, half buried in a trench of fused sand and glass. Half the instruments are slagged, the rest are just dazed all over the place. But the force isn't. Even though ringing your skull and the ache in your bones, you do still feel the line of where this person disappeared. Every time you close your physical lids, you can, well, you don't really have. How do I put that?
No
Yeah.
lies.
Yeah. Yeah. So you walk, then climb. Make an endurance check. Or con, whichever is this one. I make the mistake of forgetting which game I'm in half the time.
There are buttons on your character sheet for doing those automatically.
Yeah. So like hit
Oh,
the one.
yeah, I'm looking at them.
Same with the skills they have, like you did for pilot. There you go. 22, no problem. Okay.
Damn.
You're doing all right. After the days at the top of the first ridge, you stop, chest burning, force stretching from you like a net. For moments, you smear. You can feel her directly below, oddly enough, somewhere inside the mountain, like a star buried in the stone. Then the sensation slips sideways after the world has no straight lines. You climb down, feeling shifts again. Now she's above you, just out of reach, always close, never here. Okay, first of all, I'm going to do a perception check on a pool of water. Or survivability. Yeah. Yeah, you're basically looking at this thing of water, and you haven't drank in a day or so, so. You can decide to test it if you want. Perception 28. Ah, you're quick to notice. This water is real bad. Filled with like some kind of poison, it smells like. Has almost an almondy smell to it, and like, well, cyanide.
Yeah.
So, you've been basically sticking to your water you've been carrying. we're going to need a survivability or endurance check as you continue to trek through this mess. We're summarizing what the other players had actually spent months doing.
Yeah.
So let's see. Endurance 19. Well, doing good. Your hit points in that is down at this point, but you're not passing out yet. Penalty. Basically to speed it up for you a little bit. By daytime, mountains become an oven. Heat presses down like a hand, leaching sweat from your skin faster than your body can take it. Every stone feels hot enough to burn. By night, the same rocks bleed, their warmth back from the black sky. The wind knives your thin robes. You shiver with your muscles cramp and teeth cramping, fingering. Your force is numb. The world shrinks a few arm lengths. The dull color of the constant mocking glow of the ore is somewhere you can reach. Basically, what you don't know is at this point, the players were led underground through a system of tunnels.
Mhm.
Then unless you had met who they had, well, then you would never have known it was there. So you're tracking them from above. At some point, second day you think, or the fifth, your legs stop feeling like your legs and more like hollow sticks. Someone has strapped you to your hips. Not moving because stopping feels worse, because every time you fall down to your knees, you swear you're done. You still feel her. Closer, brighter, at one point standing at the narrow ledge, absolutely certain she's directly beneath your feet. Roll a force check. $24, okay. So you go on. You drop a stone route down a cliff. The next ridge is lower, slower descent. Your Mariloku sight flickers and the world of force dims at the edge. Like a holovid with the power fading. At this point, it's endurance or use of force. Whichever you have better. You're living on willpower at this point.
Be
Yep.
right back to use the restroom.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You don't so much as find a cave during the day as you collide into it. One moment you're staggering along zigzag path, carved by centuries of wind. The next your hand slides into cool darkness where stones should be. Inside, the air is mercilessly still. Smells of dust and old stone, but at least it doesn't burn your lungs. You crawl, literally crawl over the threshold, dragging dead legs, cloaks snagging in the dark. At this point, you're actually so out that you are actually feel blind, just like anyone else probably at this point would. So, first time since you fell from the sky, you don't feel her. Not because she's gone, but because you are. Your connection to the force itself is really thin at this time. Stone heat and distant craft corruption you can feel is starting to build up around you for some reason. You don't know what they did or what, but, you know, they did enough around this area to fill stuff. But then after a while, you make it as far as the flat patch inside the cave. The floor tilts up against you. Your fingers won't uncurl from the rock. Your throat is too dry to swallow. You feel your heart beat slow and heavy, something dead in your chest. And then, one time, sight stretching downward through the stone to the hot veins of magma, through whatever crooked tunnels this mountain is hiding. I need just one final survivability check. It's only an 11, luckily. This is kind of like the whole reflection of when the players pretty much went through almost death to get to this point.
Survival?
Yep, survivability or whatever. Is that survival? Yeah, that could be it. 14, you got it, no problem.
Success.
Yeah. Okay. As you're crawling then, your fingers slip through a wall. The stone under your cheek almost cool as you're feeling actually like a regular floor. A little bit of a metal ceramic to it. Last thing you notice in the force is the cave isn't empty. Something old and patient hums beneath the rock nearby. Like a machine left drifting and idling long before its markers are dust. You close your sight and let the dark take you. Certain, this is where you die. But, of course, that'd be a horrible way to bring someone. Yeah, okay, you're dead. Gotta make a new character. What do you want to do next? No.
Huzzah!
Wasn't that fun? Don't tell people I don't kill them in this game, damn it. Okay, then a new presence brushes the edge of your fading awareness. Basically, this happens to players. Not the sharp, bright feel of human, but a familiar content. This is something the Jedi would have noticed but never looked. You've known the mind feels old and careful, layered with a kind of sorrow that settles to the bone. Footfalls, three-pointed, deliberate, cling softly to the cave floor. The shadow leans over you, tall and narrow. You don't see the eyes, but you feel a gaze, curious, weary, and unexpected gentle. At this point, you can use the Force to see what is above you, what is looking at you. She would have just had to check her background.
All I literally have to do is just basically look in the general direction of it.
Yeah, so
What
make
do I
a
see?
what you see in the Force, it's being above you, resolved to a long shape, balanced on powerful legs, and a counter tall, wrapped in a pale glow of disciplined thought. Not dark, not light, something else. Best way you can describe too is if you could picture a thin dinosaur standing on back legs, front legs actually ending in something similar to hands, but three fingers just like their toes are only. Seems to be very much though connected to his technology. So he's looking at you, strange, thick-scented, off further, looking strangely like towards where you are kind of visualizing from. At least that's how your mind feels the meaning. Could mean anything. The actual sounds are of a rolling of clicks and trills and ears barely hollow, too fragile for the hide, too stubborn to die. Clawed but careful hands turn you onto your back. A cool three-fingered palm presses to your brow. You feel a faint tug, like the touch of a Jedi healer, but angled differently. Less like a flowing river, more like a delicate adjustment in the machine. You will now, just for sake we know, because you'd had made your earlier roll to check, you're at half hit points. You could have been lower. It's probably where you're going to start.
Okay.
There is a possibility to get higher, though, depending on how things go. Warmth seeps back into your chest. The dark recedes by a sliver. Breathing suffers. Then you catch. The Force brightens just enough to let you know you're not dead yet. Somewhere below, the echo of her flares, surprised alarms, reacting something you can't see. The Alorna, which is the name of the species, bows its head and sleep. The alien voice murmurs. You're not sure if it's speaking aloud anymore inside your thoughts. You are not where you must be yet, and we still move pieces on the board. Fabric wraps around you, a cloak, a sling, something. You wake up and feel yourself. You know, I actually had a picture I was going to put you on before this. I completely forgot it. Why screw things up, huh? That's why I've just been watching this. Then, of course, though, I can also do the montage. So at least they can see something moving, something interesting. Okay, but going on with you. The only motion, steady, patient presence, a strange mind carrying you deeper into the mountain, towards whatever awaits. Seems to be closer, though. You can feel it getting stronger in the direction they're heading. First thing you feel after you drifted off is rough gloves, not gentle. Boots thunder on the stone around you. When your foresighting clears, being wrapped up won't matter. So no minus. Go ahead and do a perception check. Or use the Force, whichever you prefer. Okay. Oh, looks like you're doing good. Oh, okay. When your foresight clears, a line of armored figures in red and black is rushing into a cave opening, kind of cut into an arena-like shape. Rifles up, visors down. Their presence is the sneer of discipline, cruelty, and boredom. One of them barks something hard, clipped tongue. Two more close in. Here! This one's still breathing! They don't treat this as good news because they seize you by your shoulders, halting you upright. Legs refuse to answer, and they drag you away. Basically, keeping you in this state. One kind of tries to look at your eyes, but, says, must have been some, first of all, let's do a perception check from you. Because you might know actually still who the hell's doing this.
Okay.
16.
Ugh.
Still will not be.
Nope.
You did.
That's a crit fail.
What the fuck? Yeah. Jeez, that's because you start with a 15. That's right.
That's a crit fail.
Let's see. How do we... Oh, I didn't really root for the crit fail. Let's see here. I guess basically, you probably still kind of like not sure what's doing. You just are like basically following. You're feeling what's going on, but you're not really... You're not sure if you should stick your nose into it yet. Wait, see what's going on. They throw you up a ramp of cargo. Mental slams around your ribs. Restraints bite into your wrists. The prisoners are already strapped to walls. But they seem shorter than you. Almost like only 4 to 5 feet tall at most. Odd shaped, too. From like what you can feel. They definitely feel like it's some kind of alien species. Dropshift lifts. Through the hole you feel the landscape fall away. Mountains slipping beneath you. Sphere of burning plains. Then the psychic stench of the city that should not exist. It is a knot of fear and pain and enforcement. Dozens of species twisted into a single pulsing rhythm. The soldiers seem to call it Slave City 1. You feel it before you even see it. Landing in a jolt, then a descent into a place that hums with suffering. They unclip you, shove you into a line, push you through the corridors of metal and stone. You don't see even one other human or humanoid, unless you can count these guys. I mean, these guys more look like standing peanuts with an armored shell. They're really odd looking. The air is thick and the smell of oil waste. There are too many bodies breathing the same recycled heat. In the forest, everything is layered in a thin, sickly sheen. Crass illusions. You feel stitched in the reality like a grease on the water. Oddly enough, the aliens, though, although they are filthy like they've been being worked, barely kept alive, as captured when they escape, they dress in a way that you can see a sense of community, almost maybe even a religion. But they're in this, accepting this is their fate. I'm going to add for you a chance to detect what they were doing. Others didn't seem to want to look into it. Go ahead and make a basically, you're feeling the force around you. What do you feel?
Okay.
And I will say the force seems pretty thin on this planet. So it's pretty easy to pick it out. It's like
That's a 26.
Yeah, that's plenty. Plenty good enough. Okay. You feel that there is something within like a few 100 yards that's broadcasting something that you can feel this like craft energy. And it's somehow being used to convince these aliens that their gods are telling them, if you are good and you do what we say, you do whatever these people say. And they seem, even if you listen to people while they're talking, although you can't understand what they're saying, you can kind of get the cadence listening to them. So, you hit
Is
the
it
floor.
somewhat like a subliminal messaging kind of thing?
Yes, very much. It would make sense if it was for them, because their things is deception. They would prefer to have you do what you're doing because you thought that's what was right, than to just simply tell you to do it. That's the difference between them and a true Sith. They'll make you want to do it, which, can be worse. But that's the difference. Okay, you hit the floor of the prison hard enough to see sparks in the force. When you push yourself to shaking arms, you realize the cell is cavernous pen. A single open space crowded with more than 50 shapes. Many are like nothing you've seen. Bodies too long and too wide. Too many limbs, armor, scales. Some have fur and look like small monkeys. Humans, Twi'leks, maybe even a Duros huddling in the far corner. All of them flinch at the slightest sound. None of them rush the open gate as it slams shut again. Time just seems to blur. Days, 3, 4, bleed together. You haven't come out because you're too old that they think you're going to do anything yet, so they haven't decided what to do with you. So, but they have come to speak to you in common language, which they were kind of impressed to see you knew. You've heard it occasionally from a couple of the others. Not the monkey people. You haven't seen them before, but you think they seem intelligent.
Right.
They go out to do work, and they work in the mine pits. Let's see. Drink when the water is shoved through the slot. You eat tasteless paste when it appears. You try to talk but the other prisoners just shake their heads and stare. We're supposed to be quiet. God say to be quiet. Their minds wrapped tight. It is, this is their period of to be. Quiet and let things go. Every time you stretch out the force to find her, you hit a wall. A net of craft power draped over the entire place. It's like it's a physical manifestation. They must have a temple here that they've built. Then suddenly the lights die. Make a perception check. I don't know. It probably doesn't make much difference to you. So your base will probably be a 10. 11 or higher, basically.
Okay, so
Unless
don't
you
roll
fumble.
1.
Yeah. That's not a 1. Okay. Isn't that a great goal to have? It happens between one breath and the next. Harsh overhead strips of white illumination, then they go out. Leave the pen in a thick, grainy darkness. Even the humming power of the walls goes quiet. For the first time since you arrived, the constant background of noise and generators and fans and distant machines stops. That was kind of neat till about half a day passed in that suffocating, unnatural silence. No food, no water, no guards. Everything locked down. Then the other prisoners seem to huddle closer together, but do not speak, as if afraid the words will break whatever fragile stillness is holding the place together. They're kind of relaxed in it. It's supposed to be quiet time. In the forest, you can feel a tension building outside your pen, like there's actually something going on. Maybe even a fight. When the door finally grinds open, a silence shatters. A squad of red and black soldiers storms in, rifles ready, flanking 2 figures. In the center of this big, huge room, there's a separate room, so they can see all of you and do what they do. And they have set up, brought in a couple tables for torture. One is a green-skinned Twi'lek, slacked limp, but eyes bright with dangerous, sharp-edged cunning. And the other is her. The Jedi you cross half a planet to find for her mentor. But now only flickers, choked by lines of pain and something oily coiling around her brain. They don't waste time. I get a drink here quickly. Soldiers clear a space in the center of the pen with rifle butts. They ask some questions and stuff. Basically about they think there's someone else around. They don't know you can hear this argument, but they know that there's someone else there, and they don't say anything, so they just get pissed, and finally they keep, after a while torturing, they bring in someone. Well, basically they open the door and he steps in. Like, this is my turn to be the sacrifice. Kind of disturbing just to watch this go on. Then a demonstration begins. They torture her first, here in front of everyone, lighting. Without light, pain without wounds, force techniques, blah, blah, blah. The Twi'lek is the next one. But after he's done, the Twi'lek, he feels like playing with the bands, trying to find an opening. Looking at her, and she looks at him like they're basically plotting something, but as soon as you see anyone else looking, they don't look like anything's going on. Amid the agony and gloating of the craft and the indifferent attendance of the soldiers, there's a flaw. A guard steps too close. Another looks away for a second. The Twi'lek, chained and shaking, moves. One kick perfectly timed sends them falling down as you run for the opening. The guy in charge, the warlord, the overlord he seems to be. He has to be like the big honcho. He just seems to wave the other guy in like, go find him. As the Twi'lek runs, green skin a streak against the red and gray walls, he sprints down the corridor, hitting every release he can. Trail open gates, flowers behind him. You feel an intent cleared in the force, not escape alone, but break the system enough that escapes should become possible for anyone. But no one else moves. The aliens in your pen look at the open door with glossy, hollow eyes. Some back away from it. Others simply sit down, curling their fingers tighter. Their years of illusion seems to have driven them into this. Yeah, this is like a challenge. This is like, I will not be tempted. And you decide, we assume, you're going to leave. But,
Oh, yes.
yeah, you look at it, but the only thing is, she's still in here. But it seems her and the warlord look at each other. They're saying something, and then they get up, and he leads her out. Like, they're a couple now or something. But the last minute she sees you for the species you are. Slightest shake of her head, the tiniest tightening of her jaw, and then a silent, desperate glance, a single command, which means run now. You understand not with your mind, but the same part of you followed across the stars. In this pocket dimension, you move. You bolt for the open door. I'm going to need a agility? I think agility check.
Acrobatics?
Acrobatics. Acrobatics check. This is to jump over everyone and jump through the gates. Yeah, I know. This will be a little harder, but...
I'm actually going to use my surge power.
Okay. What's that add to it? A die 6? Or?
So, what surge does is, depending on my use the force check,
Yeah.
it will automatically, I think, I can basically use it instead of like in acrobatics to like
Okay.
enhance like jump and.
So it basically allows you to
acrobatics.
use the force for physical attack. Now, would it all drain you so you would need like a day's rest to recover, or you're fine to just do it whenever?
Let me look at that one more time.
Okay. I've usually been doing it's all right until you screw up, and then you're done until you fuck up, until you sleep. The reason you failed is you just didn't have enough go. Or we were using a system for a while, but basically you have 5 force points a day to do 5 things. It doesn't matter what you do. And then after you rest, you have those back in the morning. Like spell points in D&D. Either way.
Oh, never mind.
What's it say?
It's specifically for jump checks.
Well, you could jump.
You can hop away.
Yeah. You just do a long jump to get towards the gate before anyone gets in your way. Because people are clearing the way.
Okay.
So it states that a stealthy, a chaotic street ride, or a straight combat run, or whatever, whatever skill check you want that you can apply to escaping. What it's.
Basically, if I get beat a DC 20, use the force check, I can add a plus 30 force to my jump check.
Okay. Well,
And wow.
you rolled a 1. Okay. Well then, the only way we're going to have that be in effect is
And surge is a free action anytime kind
Yeah.
of thing. It
so.
only affects me.
Would you first have to make a jump check to start a jump, or it would be in place of a jump?
What this does is it adds basically surge using the force to do surge
Yeah.
would add a bonus onto any jump check I make. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And surge
but my
horsepower
question
counts
is-
as a running start
Yeah.
to a jump check.
So it looks like your surge failed, but could you follow it with a regular jump check?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was just trying to make sure. Okay. Different. We didn't have to deal with these. I have to think now. Damn it. You're all going to make me think. It's going to hurt. Okay. Well, then. We are going to go
9.
to. No, don't tell me no. Okay, we're going to go to a different page. Current page. There we go. Nope, shouldn't have gone to that one. Should go here. And there should be red squares around everyone's location, so they could kind of helpfully remember. If you look at them, you'll see where they were. Everyone is.
I just don't see where I am.
You are. Let me get a little pointy marker out.
Found it.
Just getting it out of that room where everyone is. This is the Twi'lek you followed, and there's 2 Mandalorians in the area. The good thing for you all is, since the main warlord guy was kind of a bad guy for the Jedi, and the Jedi, that one's not here, I went ahead and had them leave with her. So she will probably be out of place shortly, so you don't have to worry about her. She's going to leave. But she's going to take the big baddie with her, for the good or bad of it. So what we're going to do is we will start with there it is, turn order. Everyone do an initiative. And I should mark, since you didn't really make your jump last time either. What's a third of 55? I don't want to get a calculator. How about a pen? So I can do it on a piece of paper. Divided by 3, 1. 15? That'd be 30. So 16. And that relates to... Why is that open? Oh. That was weird. Let's go ahead and jump also to shut off the montage. And you people being there. And then stretch that one out. Boom. Okay. But we still have some turn orders we need. We got Sabai, we got Jace, Darman, Bib. Bibbidi 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 bibbidi. You had 15, right? Well, let me control that out. 15. We forgot it defaults to a 2 decimal deep answer on that. I guess that's supposed to be for ties, but
In case of ties, yeah.
but come on, more than 1 decimal is enough. You know, even if that, or just have it say "Do you want?" but it defaults to the 2 level deep. I still need. Is Bib rolled and I don't see it? Or is he ignoring me?
No, sorry, had to run the dogs out.
Okay, just roll initiative. Then we'll know the order we go in.
Right. Where am I?
You are in the corner southwest.
Yeah. I have a robot assisting me.
Yes.
They put Bib in the corner.
They put Bib in the corner.
Nobody puts Bib in the corner.
He's in the corner, babe. Someone go stop him. He's got 2 opponents.
What the?
See the 2? What?
My character sheet's not loading up.
Okay, let me double check, see if I've got any wrong settings. GM nodes, dynamic settings. Now check open character sheet. Edit. Huh. Let me do something then. I'm going to go enter it and see if it does it then. Okay. I'll take that off. I'll take that off. I'll put that. Save changes. Does that work?
Got it.
Okay, good. About to reset my whole thing just to be sure. I don't know what it was. I just had to delete your name and put it back. What the hell is this shit? Go away.
I rolled an 11.
Okay. I had to restart my system, so give me a second. It's saying, it's thinking right now. It's thinking if it wants to play or not. Okay, put that back over there. It's kind of something's not appearing. Why are you not appearing? Okay, well, first to go is Darman, so I'll zoom over to that location as soon as it's done acting like it cares. I know it's a big map. That's part of my problem here. Darman's in the center, roughly. So, best thing I would think then is the only possible threat you have currently are a group of people that are supposed to be patrolling the outer side because... Now wait. You killed... Okay. Then as I go, I lose. So I'll activate the inner fence group. Go ahead and delete them from here because they're not available later. They just now. So copy that. How will I decide where they are? First of all, every one of you, the 4 of you, roll a dice 6. 1 will be encounter. So that's where I'll put them. You're good, Bib? You already have 2, luckily. Oh! You. That's not a good start.
That's my lot in life.
Now let's see. We got Sabai. Is that everyone? Bib, Jace, Sabai, Darman. Did you roll die 6? Okay. So let's see if I split it up. But no, it was just you. So we will put them over here and we'll deal with them on your turn. But we're going to put them not like surrounding you, but like coming from the direction they should be. You know, be reasonable about it. Whoops. Paste. I was actually planning on being a little further back than that. Okay. Because I still need to make at least a reasonable perception check. But, okay. So we deal with, first of all, Darman, which means basically, since they're still under that secure as they're supposed to be, there's no other movements going on except for that group that's looking right now. So you are free to make a movement and do something. So let's give her your little square. Bing! Okay. You, of course, can direct the robot. I'm trying to
this
think.
is person in room 26.
Hold on. That's the guy who's resetting everything. You probably, I guess, wouldn't see him, but he was of the. Remember the 2 that came at you? 1 stayed behind. So he's getting ready, or he's getting ready to turn the system back on. So either you wait around for a turn and you'll find out the power shut on, or you can move and find out the power comes on. And then we'll forget he's ever there. Whee! You can also send. I was trying to think. What do you think's a reasonable range to send the robot and still keep a connection with them? Like 10?
Probably.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I'll do the same. Well, mine's going through an antenna too. Now, you can take your turn around and throw some more repairs into your robot, doing a check, which would be equivalent to doing a treat injury on someone else, but using your mechanics as a base for the number.
Yeah, also, where's Sabai?
Sabai is... Let me grab my little grabby hand. She is... which took me a while to find. I'm not surprised. Come on, drag. She's over on top of a building in the turret station. See in the middle?
Oh, 26.
Yeah, above 20. Ignore that number, but yeah. Those numbers, yeah, I know what you mean, though. I have other numbers. It's actually room 15, but I don't know why when it was copying it over, it kept those. But yeah, she's on the roof with the anti-dropship gun and 1 robot.
Do my mechanics check.
Okay. Ooh. Easy. So that would be, your level is What's your level for your character, Darman? 7?
Yeah.
7, maybe 14. Plus what's your intelligence? Bonus?
Intelligence bonus is a 2.
15, 16. So, we do a... Oh no, gotta put on my glasses. Plus 16. Well, that's an equal 16. Okay. Oh, I think you're almost at full. Now you are above 1. Should only be at 42. So you've gotten into new condition. At least you can take as much damage. You spend your turn doing that. I'm going to say I'm going to allow, just in case people don't do anything right away, you have roll die 10 for me. And I'm going to apply it to everyone. At least 4 turns. So, make a decision. And then I'll go to the next one. Which won't be the crap
What,
that I
repairing
can
the
build.
robot?
Or there's you to move and the robot to move. Or you can just right there, or you can go for another room if you want to check things out. But the lot,
I'll hit.
that's right. Second round, the power comes back on. Well, actually, shouldn't I do a roll? It's a 15. One. No. Even if I had just applied all the stats and everything, still 1. No, lights don't come on yet. I gotta remember for everyone else, they'll come on at the same time, though. No lights yet. He's too dumb. That's out of order. There. So, although you've been being shot at, you could choose a direction and check one of those rooms. You could, I don't know. It would have to be how well you rolled. But if it's possible to put together another droid amongst the parts in the droid repair room. So, you got 3 turns. How do you want to spend them?
I was trying to save for you in Russia was go back up supply.
Okay. You kind of heard with the way the shooting was going, you're pretty sure she's in that direction. You go around the outside, take the robot with you. He'll just tell him to follow you. That's all you gotta do.
I can't select it.
Oh, okay. Let me fix that. We'll just make it, because there's many of these robots. Open, make them so everyone can. All players. And okay. Does it allow it this time?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So that's 2. Since they don't have anyone outside, and that guard you shot, it's pretty open all the way around the corner. But there are, I should state, because it's not obvious, but we dealt with it last time. We said it was there. Let me put a little... Right here is a ladder to climb up to the roof. Let's see. I was just marking it, so see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get there, you spin one turn, you can be to the top. There. So that's 2. No, they're rather disciplined. They're going to just hold off. They're not going to randomly jump out a door. So you're safe all the way up there for 2 more movements. Then I'll jump over to the other one, which will be all kinds of fun. No, we're going to skip you. I don't care if you. We do everyone else, then I'd say we go into regular combat. Armin.
Yeah.
You have
Really.
1, 2, 3 movements left, or 2 movements left, so. And 1 more. I know the damn robot doesn't move as quick as you. Okay. Now, we actually go, well, for this route, just because where you are, we're going to let Sabai go next. Sabai,
Yes'm.
do you see where you are?
Yes, I do.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do with that info?
I think I'm gonna go this way. If I could. I want to go this way.
To that corner of the building?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here.
And I cannot move. I can't move my own character, so.
No, I know. Because I've got you set up on the wrong level. So now I'll put you, well, you're on that level because you were on that tower. Back on a regular level. Same with... Wait. Oh, he's on the wrong level still, what am I thinking? The token, so if we move him off... Damn it, I hate it when that happens.
How'd you like that response, though?
Let's move him over to you. Oh, you guys are on the roof. I will still need a
Oh, what on it?
let's go with a perception of 13 to see if there's a ladder over there. If not, we'll assume that there wasn't, and that's why you're just standing there. So, perception 18. You found another ladder. It's map it, bing. Okay. So, there is a place to climb down. What is your movement, 6 or 8?
I believe it is 6.
Okay, so you got to that corner. That was 1 movement. You still have 3 more. When you get down and into this intersection, there's a good chance you can roll to see if you see them getting over there. Can you select the robot? Okay, no, that's good enough. Then I will say you need a perception check.
Of what?
For Sabai. To see, what you need for a number, it'd only
Yes.
be a 13. There's not much else to see, but you see a movement, so you probably would catch your attention. Okay.
How about a 15?
Yep. So you saw Darman running by the opening down there. They have 2 more rounds. You may decide how you respond.
Sorry,
So,
Should I move now or?
yeah, go ahead and do your movements. And then, yeah.
One more or what?
Yeah, one more. Yep. So he got to the thing, and then you come running around the corner at him. And y'all shoot each other.
Arr!
Y'all shoot each other.
No.
Oh, okay. Now we will go over to Bib's side of the world.
Yellow.
Yes, Mr. Bib. You got one guy down below shooting at you, and one guy over here. Both of them are having to deal with a +5 because they can only see half your body against hitting you. Let me pull open some character sheets. And yours. Oh no, I don't need yours. Oh, they both have the same. What am I thinking? So, in the general list, did you go before or after them? Let me check. You went after the craft soldiers. So, I get two chances to shoot you. So I'm going to go with blaster rifle, and I'm going to put a -5 because of the difficulty. So the score should be accurate. 19. I need a 20 something for you.
24.
Okay. And I get another shot from the other ones at -5. It could have been good damage, but didn't hit you. Tore a hole in that wall, a beautiful hole. So, it's your turn. I guess you're shooting for 4 turns. Or you kill them and you run away in there somewhere. We haven't decided that yet. So,
Yep.
you go with your 2 characters.
Yep.
You
I'm gonna
need-
shoot the one below.
To hit them, you need 18. Ooh, is that a 16? That's a 16.
Yeah.
Sorry to say. Which one you? Well, we didn't, but it doesn't matter. Next round.
My robot.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm skipping your robot friend. You know he's not real, right? Oh. Go ahead. Get an 18. Oh wait, I didn't give you.
Boy, cry.
I didn't give you the stats to that yet, did I?
No, you have not.
Actually, I have Rogue, but everyone has access to it. But, yep. Okay. Anyone else see if they go to the craft figure and see if you can open the character sheet?
Who's
Okay. Attack, short sword, pulse wave pistol. That's it.
Bib's character sheet's actually missing.
Uh-oh. Which one? Bibs?
Bib.
Ah,
Yeah.
I got the craft war droid,
Hello?
which is what you gave me.
Yeah. Aria's I did archive her character sheet. But let's see. Pulse wave. 11. That doesn't look good at all. He shot you. No. Okay. So now it's my time to get 2 shots. Let me see if I got the right one. That's the droid. I need a soldier. Okay. If I should remember, I should have them over here instead of in front of the map so I can actually see what's going on. No, don't use my 2 monitors. Okay. He shoots his blaster rifle. -5. I said, oh, forgot. I hate that. How I have to like choose to open that window. It doesn't know. 17. I still didn't hit. And the next one. Where are you at? Soldier. Blast.
I know.
-5. And about another bad shot. So, it's your turn, Bib.
You gonna shoot the one below me?
Okay. Well, yes, you did. Okay, and then your robot. It will, let me pull that open.
Nope, I got it now.
Okay,
It
good,
Showed up.
good. No. Bad robots. So I have my 2 attacks. And then we get your last ones. Soldier. Keep forgetting. It's right there. -5. Well, at this point, if he doesn't, he may have to try the door. But that means... Nope. No, it didn't. I hit it too quick. Let me try that again. I didn't hit it and get the -5 added in. So, well, from that would have been 19. So, because... Let me check the math. Doesn't look like it. Okay. So that would have missed. It was a closer one. And then this was that was the first one? Or the second one?
First one.
Okay. No. Okay. Last bit then. This one's going to move up because he's going to start taking the... He'll fire normally, but that other one's not going to fire because he's going to start trying to climb the thing because he's sucking too much. Whoops. What'd I get? No, it should have been lower than that. But still, damage sucked anyways. So, we have your last shot out for your turn.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna shoot the one that's directly under me.
okay. It's climbing up the, do you open the door, I take it, or you just shoot through the door?
Oh, I opened the door.
Oh, okay. That's nice of you. Well, yeah, that may not make it matter. I gotta find him. Oh. He did, oh wait, but maybe not. Let me move that a little bit. What the hell? -16.
Yes.
Okay. What the hell? Oh, that's your red. Whoops! Damn it. He wasn't supposed to be gone. This red thing I put out was. Okay. So, that's your last shot. I got. Well, no, I got to go before you. So, at that point, is what we have. I'm going to see if I can move him. Well, he's underneath you, but. Okay, that works for now. You forget he's there and just run off. Okay, now we go back to you, Jace. So,
Hooray!
I'm not sure if we get this. What time is it?
It is currently 8:27.
Good, we're doing pretty good actually,
Yep.
compared to sometimes. Okay, well then what I'm going to check is you have 2 nearby soldiers that I have to do a perception check on. If I get under 11, or yeah, it's not going to matter much. But if they get at least a decent number, 17, one fails so bad he's like, nope, I don't see him. What are you talking about? No. Okay, so you had been seen coming out. So you may at this time. Oh, Oh, so it would have been. Oh, we're just going to call it. You're at 30. Okay.
Okay.
Because you've been injured before, this whole thing. So, you come out. Don't worry about the guy that's behind you. First of all, you can't see him. Second of all, he is just going to make sure no one leaves. So, your thing to worry about are these ones that see you now. You have 2 regular Krath soldiers and 1 enforcer who is basically like a boss soldier, but he doesn't have the power of the Force. It's the ones you meet above that start having power of the Force.
Okay.
They see you, so I guess. Whoa. That doesn't look right. He didn't have a score to hit him. I'm impossible to hit. Okay. How about him? Does he have a score? Yeah, okay. Well then. Let's see. They're just going to 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. They're going to come running at you to try to capture you. They're not going to like open fire on you or anything like that yet because that doesn't seem to be necessary. There. He was in a little bit of the wrong space, so that's why he didn't line up right. And 5, 6. That one's kind of waiting there. Now, I should state you can't move diagonal in this game. You have to move, because the way it works, forward or backwards on a square. You can't go diagonal. This is not Connect 4. So,
I get it.
these 2 are going to go for grabbing you. So, let me pull up. Well, basically, what I need to hit you is 18, 17. So, grapple. No bonuses. Oh,
Jesus.
he grabbed you. grabbed you. So, they both grab onto you. These two are standing here because you've been grabbed. They don't need anything more. So, on your turn, what do you do? Oh, well, have you pulled out your weapon yet?
No.
No?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
I just look like I have blindly walked out into,
You have a...
blindly walked out of the door.
Do we use Dex for stealth of hand? Or is there a skill for that? Mostly bib?
Sleight of hand?
Remember, we figured stealth was all that.
Okay, stealth. If you can try stealth, you can pull out your weapon, if that's what you want to try. Otherwise, you could also respond physically.
Actually, I'm gonna try something a little different.
Uh-oh. Good, be creative.
Mind trick.
Okay. What's your mind trick? It doesn't have to be great. Your role has to be great, but you should have at least a description.
So, I'm specifically focusing on the two that are, grabbing me.
Yeah.
The mind trick is basically me looking at them and going and nudging their thoughts as to, we really don't want to hold on to him.
Okay.
I'm going to try to basically convince them to,
They've got you, but you want them to let go. Okay.
yeah.
Then go ahead and do your trick. But you have the Jedi power to back you up. Hey, Lana, stop it. I don't see it being rolled.
I haven't rolled it yet.
I know, I'm just being... I hate silent air.
$32.
Sorry, I was smoking. Okay, 32. That is plenty high enough. So, they're still standing next to you. They didn't feel that, well, you're kind of an old man and you can barely see. They probably don't need to help too much, so they're not holding you. But the other two still approaching. But, yeah, those guys aren't holding you. So, do you wish to take an action now?
I wish to take a stealth action away from them.
Okay.
Basically, they would believe that I'm there, even though I'm not.
Okay. So, I would say that will take a stealth movement. Let's go, since you're just going a direct path backwards one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at least less than half your movement. So I'm going to say a stealth movement of 13. So go ahead and do that first. Then I'll do a mind trick to maintain where you were in their heads. Nope. But, do you want... Well, I guess the mind trick part isn't as necessary now, is it? You could try it. It would give you a bonus against if they attempted to hit you because you could move and they wouldn't see it. So basically you created an illusion. Yeah. You could still try to do that. reaching into their poor little feeble minds. No problem. Okay.
Yep.
Now, next turn. See, we got Krath. Oh, they moved up. You did your thing. You didn't have moving, so yeah, it's them. The other one is going to move in a little closer, but he's also kind of like the other guy's bodyguard, so he's going to kind of stay behind him. Although he's commander, he's still. They haven't been assaulted for 100 years or so at this place, so they're kind of confused too. So now it is your turn. This guy's yelling out, I should say, "Who let you out of your pen, old man?" I should open his character sheet. They got a little bit better.
I respond in kind. I don't know who.
Okay. Roll a perception or a deception. I mean.
Literally, I do not know who.
Oh yeah, no. But you're also like throwing in the "you don't know how you got here" thing, the old man card, huh? That's what it sounds like. So go ahead and make a deception roll, and you'll have them completely. Yeah, you're good enough. You've done nothing to make them think you're more than a 10 or 11. You know what I mean? Average person. Mm-hmm. So they haven't done anything yet. Those two are standing by you. They've kind of let you go. You kind of fell down a little bit, but you kind of look like you're still standing there. One guy's watching you and the other one's asking the questions. So we come around back to you. Because they're just basically waiting. What do you do now? You can have movement and an action. Or two half actions. Which is like a swift action.
Okay. Basically, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to move away from them as best I can.
Are you securing that image first? Oh, you already had it. We succeeded at you getting it up last time, right? Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, you can move easily. Since you have a movement of 6, you can move within 3 without putting any stress on it. Because 6 is a kind of a run, a 3 is kind of a walk. Okay?
Yeah, I'm moving right here.
Okay. And unless I get something incredible on... Oh, that's a droid. Wrong one. There. This guy. Wow, that can't... Let me check that again. See, that one makes more sense. Okay. And so one of the guards are kind of feeling something's up. But the enforcer's the one really in charge. So if he doesn't seem to have any response, he's probably not going to push it. He got a 23. So, ooh, don't close them all, Devin. You do that and the entire game doesn't know where you are anymore. Way over here. Okay. Now back to, got that. Okay, so, looking at the turns. I think there was only one more. So what I'm going to allow out of that response they got, since they made a little bit of a roll, I'm going to allow they're kind of like the image is drifting, so it wasn't him. He didn't notice. And he kind of stepped around, I guess, because he thinks he saw you move backwards. But there's also kind of like a mirage effect. So they like are looking, but they're like, eh. So, but they haven't gone at it yet. They haven't faced people using the tricks against them, so they've been stuck here for a while.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is you have one more turn, I think, and that will be your fourth. So...
Okay. Any chance I could take a full flat-out run
yes,
to try to make it behind the
around
behind
the corner.
damn building?
2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6. Well, you could head that way.
Yeah.
So the question is where you want to, how much do you want to head straight first and maybe outdistance them and then make the run, or how do you want to do it? Move your 6 spaces.
Yeah.
And I will move mine. Well, except for they're only going to have half movement because they're still kind of confused.
So I'll
2,
move
3.
right about
Whoops,
there.
3. He would have saw enough to move 1. But 1, 2, 3, saw the sudden movement. He didn't have a clue. He's like, what the fuck? So, but you haven't yet seemed to be a threat. Hold on. I just noticed your character sheet doesn't have... Your max was 55, right? On your hit points?
Yes.
There, didn't have your full amount on there, so it's kind of confusing. You're running that way. They're coming at you. Just for sake, I'm going to let you go one more because I know which way you're going and we'll have a better idea of what's going on. So go ahead and roll. Or move. Okay.
Yep.
2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Because they're just following them basically. And make a perception check for me to basically see what's going on over here. That guy's climbing up the thing trying to shoot the guy up there. The guy opened the door and shot down at him. The guy that he's shooting at is the guy that you followed out of that prison that was being tortured. The guy below him looks like every other guard you've seen here.
Alright.
So,
23.
no problem. You see that whole thing? What do you want to do? We're going to, because that way maybe you guys will meet up over here. And at least we'll have that taken care of. And then I'm going to jump to the other side. But, do you pull a weapon or do you just slam into this guy climbing up the ladder, or what do you want to do?
Oh, I just kind of... He hasn't seen me at all, has he?
No, he hasn't. So if you don't have punch fit up, would a strength roll work, people? For punch?
Yeah, strength
It's
would be
strength.
the thing.
Yeah, so make a
Yeah,
strength check.
like would be the right thing.
And then, what's a punch do for damage?
Actually-
It counts as unarmed, which, if I remember right, is a D6.
Okay, then we'll just do that for this time. We can fix it next time, but we've learned we've had to have punch on there as an option.
Well, it's melee attack. I mean, I've got a melee attack too, but due to my species, I actually have unarmed claw strike.
That's true.
But,
So, did you want to hit just hit this guy?
Actually,
Or what's
can I
your plan?
force slam him?
Yes, you can. That would probably be even safer.
Okay. Cool.
Go ahead.
Seeing as he's within 6 squares of me.
Oh yeah, easily.
And within line of sight.
And you get to
Oh.
attack flat-footed, which I think is only a 15 for him, or 14.
Oh shit, that's all targets. Force slam is indiscriminate. It hits all targets.
Well, he's inside
Within a
the
6.
tower. He'll hit the tower then.
Ah,
We'll have to roll to see if the tower takes damage much or enough.
yeah.
So
Okay.
what I'm going to say is if you fumble, you take the tower and the guy out.
163.
This is a definite maybe.
So let's see how this goes. Perception. Oh, there we go. 21.
What's his fort?
A melee character normally does 1d4 points of bludgeoning damage plus strength modifier with a successful unarmed attack.
So that would give him what? Let me check his stats while you find out what he needs. Oh, what damage? What's your strength?
This is
Oh, wait, this is a will attack.
this is the force slam against their fort defense.
Yeah, and he's flat. Oh, against his so that's a 16. Yeah, that was against a 16. It's a
Yeah.
mental, physical attack, basically.
Oh, it is a physical attack. He
Yeah.
takes 4d6 force damage
Okay.
and is not prone.
Then roll 4 die 6. Do you know how to do that on this?
Oh yeah, I got this.
Okay. Then do it. We might have to worry about him being prone. He's only got a single digits worth of points. He's been shot already. 15.
Yep.
Not good for him. He only has 5. So, well, we count him as dead because no one's going to come and save him. He won't die right away, but he'll be a bit. Then you, Bib, watch that guy fly from the view you looking down and slam into the wall and fall down unconscious. That's what you see, Bib. So, no one's up there bugging you at least. Oh, there's someone outside though. So now to go over for a round of these people so they can get a turn before we call it tonight. You guys met over here. You guys may discuss what you think you need to do. We'll put basically, because since she's last and you're first, it doesn't take much to wait until both of you are right after the other to go. So Sabai goes first, and then Darman, and then they go. So Sabai and Darman discuss what you want to do, and then once you decide, Sabai start moving.
And tell us, hey,
Well,
bother.
we could work our way towards the others.
Yeah, that's what I
We'll
was
assume
thinking.
you guys have been hearing enough noise. So do you want to run along the front and get to them?
Playing the game, I would better
You know there should be someone in the generator room if the power came back on.
they're not the actual person they're upset with.
Yeah, let's head over there and clear that out so we don't have to deal with them suddenly, like re-engaging everything.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, last time you just shut it off. If necessary, if you destroyed it, then they wouldn't even be able to turn it back on. But then you guys wouldn't have it either.
I'm saying is take out the technician and to keep them from at least turning it on for right now.
Yeah, okay. That's why I wanted to see the level of abuse. So, Sabai, go ahead and move 6 and take your robot with you. Okay, and then this is your robot.
Is a Raleigh console? No thanks.
And then Darman, do the same.
I want a Raleigh console.
Okay. I guess I should have checked before we entered. Either of you want to take a turn and do a trait injury? How are you doing, Sabai? Do you want to treat injury?
Yes.
Okay, do so. Well, that's not so good. But you do get the basic. You're level 6. Yeah, say you have a 6, so that's a 12, right? So you have plus 12 without a bonus. Whoops. Let's try that again. What were you at? God damn it. Just because I can't remember. I'm going to go ahead and give you, because you guys are highly outnumbered here. I'm going to put you back at full just for now. Same's going to go for Darman because we've both been we got to catch up on. It's been a little bit. So 72. You guys have taken care of yourselves up to this point before you decide to proceed. So going back on that, what do you wish to do first, Sabai? Are you going to open this door in front of you and go in?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and move to the door spot. Be right on the inside if you enter. Okay, and then your robot. Guess you could have had him go first, but you take in your robot? I know you're not used to moving it. Put it back one from you. And then, well, do you want to do your attack when or what you see first? Or you want to wait till he moves? Well, I guess he can't get in the room right now, so we'll go ahead.
All right, let's go ahead and
show you
do
who's
the
there.
attack.
Yep. This guy's here. There's only one guy. So, you only need an 18, but since you surprised him, let me open his character sheet. And you need a 13 flat-footed because you surprised him. So you need 14 if you want to hit him. Are you like on the far side of the room?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, no, I got it. That works. Go ahead. And I'll turn him around for
23
you.
and 17.
You got a 23. That takes care of it. Well, doesn't kill him, but it does put a big hole in his day. Okay. And the robot, I take it? Do you have them to have it open, or?
I gotta see if I have that character sheet.
Well, it's just basically if you go to the figure and open the character sheet from there, it should open up for you. But the numbers you have to take off the figure, not the character sheet. But you can roll off the character sheet.
I don't see the character sheet.
Okay, well I'll pull one up then. That's not a problem.
Okay, I see it.
Okay. Then just hit for the weapon.
Ta-da!
Ooh, 15. And he was surprised, so that's 11. He was not expecting you and a robot. He thought the robots were on his side. Okay. Now, Darman and your robot, you may move. If you are able to enter the room, you also can fire.
How'd they get into the room if the door's on this side?
Yeah, you got doors on both sides. This one's got a single door. The other one's got two. So, if we put you, yeah, it's good enough. You enter on this side, and he comes around that side. So if you both want to fire, and also fire at him, go ahead. Darman, well, I guess that don't matter. If you do want to let the robot play, that's fine. He's dead. You blew him up. He only had 3 points by then.
I don't know.
Huh?
I was trying to figure out how to do an attack with the robots, but you kept talking over me.
Okay, no. Go ahead. We'll still let you test out the robots if you know how.
It doesn't matter. He's dead.
Well, I just want to make sure that you're able to open the character sheet is all. Then I'll know next time if I got to fix anything.
Where's the character sheet for the robot then?
If you go to the figure and hit the gear shift, the gear thing, you should have an option of open character sheet.
Breath wardrobe.
And it should come open Although we're all working off the same one, so we have to keep stats on the figures, but we can roll right off this.
There.
Okay. Exactly. You got it. Well, he shoots the dead body too. You blew the fuck out of it. Now, since you have time, you guys want to do something in this room, right? Let me see about what it would take to ruin the equipment. This is room 20. This one is actually 26. I have like 3 26s on there, and only one of them's actually the power generator. Okay, power generator, type 3. Which means it does have some... Okay, sabotaging or overloading this computer. Disable the fundamental security system, but it takes a risk of an explosive backlash. So, your biggest worry is, if you fuck it up, you will have to leave this room, because there will be an explosion. So you won't be able to stay hiding in this room, which means I'll know where you are possibly next time we start up. But if you can make a 15 with mechanics, or, well, yeah, just a 15 with mechanics, which would be the easiest one for you guys. The other one's an 18 with computer to make it blow itself up. It's harder to do that, but mechanics, you want to screw it up,
I'm pretty sure I win.
or you could just shoot it. Let's see, what do you do? Mechanics, 30. Oh my fucking god. So you just you start taking parts off of it. You'd be like, take that and take that and take that and throw them away. They'll never know what to do. And then maybe later on, because you did roll high enough, all the damage you did is in a way that you could undo it. Or they could if they were around looking long enough. They'll probably just call the supply room and say, hey, we need... And then they'd have to wait for someone to bring it. So, we've ended. Oh, wait, first I should ask. What time is it?
It's currently 8:59.
Probably call it before we go around one more time? Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll do that. Next time we'll pick up from here. There'll be no power. Again, the security systems will be down. 2 of you need to decide what you're going to do together, and the other 2 of you. If you end up meeting, which it sounds like that's what kind of you were working towards, you're only a little bit away from there. That front gate is a little bit open because someone went out and they didn't come back. So if that's the case too, but there is a separate force outside, and then there's one that watches the true center of the building. Otherwise, you've taken out a few of them between you guys. So...
Experience points.
Yes, definitely. Let me get that. We have, I've had, 4? So everyone's killed at least 1 craft soldier. What did you say? And then played through 3 paragraphs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me double check that on the points. Because I think, sadly, I think that's I think it's only 200 for that. That ends up with plus that I give a bonus per paragraph you guys get through, basically, for those long reading things that are actually worth it then for you to get something. It's confused. Because I got so many things going on now. Too many. Okay, looks like 350
Each?
Yep. 200 for the guards, a piece. Everyone got 1 basically. And 150 in paragraphs that I went through, because also you guys had to wait through a lot of his stuff. So
All right.
350. Okay. Well, everyone, there we go. We will be back next week to play some more. Hope you enjoyed it. And everyone have a good evening. We're going to go ahead and pass out now. Bye-bye.